There are no strings on me.
Well, welcome to episode 12 podcast special of Avengers: Age of Ultron.
It's the Popcornography Avengers: Age of Ultron spoiler-free review.
It's not spoiler-free.
Well, it is for the first 10 minutes, and then I'll make a very distinct noise.
It's 5-2 now. It's 5 to 9 now, so at 5 past I'm going hell for leather. Right? Simple as that.
You just let me know, because then I can let them know.
That means you have to be quiet for the first 10 minutes, then, John. You have to say nothing. And then...
Well, to be honest, I don't even know why I bothered seeing it. I thought it was shite anyway, so...
Oh, well, there's our first review. We'll better quickly go around. John's here.
Hello.
Our Carl. Sam, there's a new one to it. Simon.
Hello.
Our film reviewer. And our spoiler alert man.
I'm not going to do any spoilers this podcast, I promise. No spoilers. But Sean Bean dies in Avengers 2.
Well done.
Yeah. So the first few 10 minutes, John, we'll have a quick no spoiler one just to let you know for the people who haven't seen it what it's like, what our thoughts were, and then we'll go into it fully. Yes?
Smashing.
You're happy with that?
Yeah.
Right, good.
And there's our first spoiler, smashing. There was lots of smashing, wasn't there?
There was a lot of smashing.
Yes, there was.
Well done, John.
What are your opinions?
Take the leaf out of the oven.
I think it's worth the hype. Let's just jump straight into it. I thought it was...
Bag of crap. I'd rather watch Tale of Tales.
If you don't know what that is, please watch this. That's uploaded.
No, fantastic. Great. Brilliant. Can't speak highly enough of it. Better than the first. I'd go and see it again.
I've got quite a few friends who are going to see it again already. Yeah.
I'd go
I
and
know
see it
one
again.
lad has seen it 3 times already.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
Bloody hell, that is dedication.
I think it's one of them films though that you'll spot little things over time. The more you watch it, you'll spot little things, little nods and stuff. They like to hide things in their films, don't they?
I tell you, I do a really good comedy, sort of line punches.
I was saying on the way home, I thought the comedy was spot on. Like it wasn't too much where it cheapened it and made it feel.
No.
They were just punchy little jokes, and they really worked. So usually with them kind of films, I'm a bit like, oh come on, but they were. There was a few that missed the mark a bit near the end, I think. But no, I thought the comedy was really good. What do you think, Dean?
I thought it was brilliant. I thought the pacing of it was absolutely perfect. You know, they tried to get a bit of character building in there as well. You know, you saw a little bit of the characters, and each had the little scenes, and there's a few things going on in the background. So, but then it was just very slow periods, but then bam, straight back into the action again. It didn't keep it dragging on too long. So I thought the whole pacing of the film was brilliant.
I think to do that, with that many characters as well,
that's the thing.
It has to have a bit of time to step back, and do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think it's using the single films as that kind of more backstory and developing the characters more, and then they can just focus on the main action, can't they? In this, I think that's what they're doing, isn't it?
It was a great plot, great storyline, action non-end from start to finish. Like you say, I mean, it was good to see maybe take a step back and go through the characters' storyline, if you like. But no, it was good.
What did you overall feeling, Sam?
I thought it was very good. I did like the character development, like characters that didn't get much highlight in the first film, like Hawkeye. Definitely got brought in a bit more and developed a bit of more character. And even the newer characters even got bit of backstory.
Yeah, they tried to. I think the bit where they tried to explain that felt a little awkward, but I don't know. Maybe I've just got so used. The bit where I won't go.
Oh, careful! Your 10 minutes aren't up yet.
Nearly brought in that bell already.
It just felt forced in the backstory. They had to try and explain it. I don't know, but I get you with the Hawkeye thing. He's still my least favourite.
I don't know.
He's a guy who can fire bow and arrow. Do you know what I mean? I think he's a bit.
But even he touched on that, and in the film, and made it a bit more comical.
Yeah, he kind of knew he wasn't that
Yeah.
much.
He was, he was the guy that shoots bows and arrows.
Yeah.
But he's still, I don't know, I feel a bit more
No, I do. I like it.
towards him. Whereas in the first one, I thought, he's just a typical guy who's just, just been stuck in it.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, he's a bit more involved. He's a bit more part of the team.
He was, yeah. I mean, that's what they handled really, really well. It's so hard with all the different characters and all the fans watching it to handle all the different individual storylines and bring them all together. But all of the characters get respected in the film.
I bet it's an absolute nightmare from a director's point, that many characters. And if they are planning to bring more together, and they've only technically added 2 or 3 in this, haven't they? But they've got to be careful. They keep adding them. And then we're talking about Guardians of the Galaxy. That's part of the same universe, really, even though it is quite separate. But
Yeah.
you've still got some of the same guys from them. So if they're going to get all involved as well, which I don't think they're going to do, are they?
That's going to be the big surprise. No one knows how many characters are going to be drawn into these future films. From
Like
all the different
Avengers
areas.
15.
Because they're telling all different stories, they're splitting them all up, but when it goes into that, what's the name of the film you say? Was it called Civil War?
Yeah.
It's called
the
when-
Captain America
film.
one.
Yeah, the Captain America thing. And you've already seen Guardians of the Galaxy, they've got Thanos there in that.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to bring all of that into that film, and how many characters they're going to be dragging into that
And,
film, I
well,
have no idea.
Quicksilver's X-Men, isn't he, as well? So I don't think they'll blend them two together. X-Men definitely deserves to be its own franchise. They can do spin-offs with the characters from that. They already have done with Wolverine. They were talking about doing it with Mystique. And do you know what I mean? And they're not doing that now, I don't think. And Jennifer Lawrence said she's not doing it anymore. Or
Do you think it would work though? I mean, Wolverine worked brilliant.
I think Mystique was a good character.
But I mean, like, see if you do, I don't know, like Cyclops or Storm or whatever, if you go into that sort of like spin-off, Wolverine worked. 'Cause
Well, it
he's a
didn't,
really
though.
good actor. 'Cause, I mean, Hugh Jackman is a really good actor. He pulled off Wolverine fantastic,
He's got a
and
good
that's probably
backstory,
why
hasn't he?
the spin-off. Spin-offs worked.
I don't think it did work though. They were a bit poo.
You're joking, aren't you?
No, they weren't particularly
The
good.
first one wasn't like that. I preferred the second one over the first one.
The last one was awful.
No, I preferred that one over the first
It was
one,
terrible.
the original.
The one in China or Japan.
Gets his phone calls, he
Oh,
uses
a load of rubbish.
I am giving you the eyes right now.
I preferred that one over the
It was
origin
crap.
one.
They were all crap.
I
And I love Wolverine.
Yeah,
See, I
the
prefer
original.
the first two. The first two I thought
The
were
first 2 X-Men films.
the
they
first
were
2
brilliant.
Wolverines. I thought they were good. I maybe agree with you a bit on the second one being better than the first.
Yeah.
But no, I thought the spin-offs were brilliant.
No.
Oh, sorry, I upset you.
The first
He's
one-
my favourite. Right, every one of them films I got so excited about, and then I was like just so disappointed when I watched them. And
The
I really was.
X-Men Origins Wolverine ruined Deadpool.
Yeah, and he ruined Deadpool. Well, they're not. He's coming back, so he's not ruined. But they nearly ruined him. And the whole series nearly ruined itself. But anyway, going off track a little bit there. So yeah, Hawkeye was in it. That's pretty much the end of his bit, yeah. We'll skip it. Iron Man,
Better.
In this one, yeah.
In this one.
he's a bit more
comedy,
human,
it's
wasn't he?
comedy,
He
wasn't it?
knows, like, he I think he's learned from on this one. Like, he what happened in the film,
Yeah.
he had to take a step back.
He was not as cocksure of himself, but at the same time still being Tony Stark, which it really, really worked. And I thought that was fantastic how how that played out.
Yeah.
It's just the dynamic between Captain America and him works so well as well.
Yeah.
Two different characters. Like Captain America is a natural leader, and Tony Stark, he just wants to be in control of everything, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Well, I won't actually say it again.
Keep that one.
Yeah, just
Save
part
that
of
one.
the film.
We'll quickly blast through the characters. We can do it again with the spoiler one.
No, Iron Man was handled really well in the film. It was really good.
Yeah. Thor.
Again, a bit more slightly a bit more character development
Yeah.
within the film.
I think he had more in the first one.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
Because
Took
the
a
main
step back
enemy
in
was
this
his
one.
brother, so...
Yeah.
In the first one.
Yeah, so it pulled him more into the story. He
It does have a bit in it.
I think we saw
Felt
more
further
of him as a person, as he went on. Whereas in the first one, it was all power, it was all thought. You know what I mean? It was
He's a
creative
god
with-
though. He's too powerful, so they've got to be careful how much they use him.
Yeah.
And that's why they're so clever with the characters, because he was massively powerful, and he is massively powerful. But he always felt slightly separate. He was there to help the Avengers, but he's meant to be an Avenger. But he always felt he was a
Bit of an
one step,
outsider.
a bit of an outsider compared
whereas
to the
this
rest of them.
one is more-
Yeah, definitely. Well, he's the alien, isn't he? So I like that. He's always going to feel like a bit of an outsider. We'll jump onto the Hulk, because you saying on the way back they were careful, they were clever with what they did with the Hulk as well, weren't they? Because obviously he's a raging massive, unstoppable. If you use him too much, no one could really beat them two, can they?
No, I mean that's it. I mean, you've seen the trailers. There's a lot of fighting between Captain America and Ultron, and how they use the Hulk's really clever as well. So they don't overuse him, they don't underuse him. He's just there in the fight scene. So it was good, yeah.
There's one fight scene in particular that was absolutely
Yeah, it was. If you've
Iron
seen the
Man.
trailers, you know what we're talking about.
I'm trying to think of which
the Hulk
Yeah.
Buster, the Iron Man fight with the Hulk.
Oh, right, yeah.
You
Sorry,
did
right.
go to see this film, didn't you, John?
Yeah, I know.
This might have been the power actually nudging.
I'm just trying to track back.
That was the bum
Right.
on seats trailer. That was like
Yeah.
literally, we'll show this to all the fans.
Yeah, I know what you
That'll
mean.
get them in the
That
cinema.
fight scene is stunning. Now I love that.
Yeah.
A friend of mine had seen it already. Said it was quite difficult to see in some of the action scenes what was going on. I gotta get his point.
Yes.
I think it'd be easier actually when you're on a smaller screen. Do you know what I mean? Because you're like looking at this massive screen and all this is going on. It can be a bit overwhelming. But obviously, then you're like getting blown away by it, and it's big. But I think it'll work on TV as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, quickly blast through, and then we've got the spoilers. Captain America.
The same.
Same, yeah.
I think it's going to be the same all the way through, to be honest. Like we thought, apart from Rick's most favourite character, Hawkeye. I think, well, apart from the new ones, you got Quicksilver and who was the other girl? Scarlet Witch. I think they're more or less all the same to me than that Hawkeye. Because I mean, I suppose, the Hawkeye's, he's not all there, is he? I suppose.
He's not all there.
If you know what I mean. Like you say, he's just a guy with a bow.
I don't think you're all there
But
without a ball.
No,
he said, yeah, he's normal. Isn't
yeah,
Captain America's just your standard Captain America. Yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't developed much.
Can he die? Can he if he gets shot, will he die? Or has he got like super skin?
I think he's just super strong.
He's a super soldier, but I think he can die if he gets shot in the head.
Like enough times. Well, like there's times though in all the his films and in the last Avengers as well. Like when there's
He was close.
chances
to
are he's gonna get shot and stuff, isn't he?
He was frozen. He survived that for so many years.
Yeah, he must be like a bit superhuman. He
Yeah, like,
survive-
he's got
well, he has got
he's
the strength, hasn't he?
The serum, the super soldier serum.
So is he can he regen?
I think he's like really, really, really strong. Like
Yeah, I know that.
No, but like enhanced in like a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Just like his senses and everything, yeah.
Yeah.
Like where he shucks the shield and he knows where it's going to bounce and things like that. He's just got an instinct.
It's like part of him, isn't he?
But I think I don't think he's got. I think he heals fast, but it's nothing like Wolverine or anything. It probably takes like a few days to heal, like broken bone, when someone would take 6 months.
Unless his plans to get a bullet in his head, then we're not going to find out.
And all the comic people listening now think, no, that's not right.
Yeah. He has a good scene in the film as well, doesn't he? Fighting with Ultron.
Yes.
On the
bus,
yeah.
train. And that was a good fight scene there. And
Yeah.
So he had his own little action piece as well, like Iron Man did with the Hulk, and they've all got their own little places in the
I
film.
think if he didn't, it would have been a bit boring in this one.
Well, yeah, so they're very careful, aren't they, with all the different characters, which fights they set up is very clever because they're the fights that people want to see. You know, you don't want someone like Hawkeye going up against Ultron one-on-one, do you, with his balls?
Yeah,
it might work though. He's got special
No,
balls.
he'd be dead in seconds.
Fighting AI intelligence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scarlet Witch.
Do
you know which one that one is, John?
Yeah, the one that was controlling the minds and...
No.
on the.
Oh yeah.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, well done, Rick.
Yeah.
Telekinesis.
Bell end.
I think you had a thing for her, Rick, because you said, oh, she's getting more and more powerful her throughout the film. You
She was
expected her
getting more
powers
and
quite a
more
Oh.
revealing, to be honest.
She wouldn't need to control my mind.
Jesus Christ, honestly. Well,
She wouldn't want to read my mind. You know what I mean? Who is that? Is she a new actress or something? Never
I
seen
don't
her
know. I
before.
don't care, to be honest.
Elizabeth someone, wasn't it? I don't know.
Yeah, no, she's good. I like her.
Yeah, she was great. At first, obviously, yeah.
She was a bit. She could be a little bit overpowered. Do you not think?
Well, no, I don't. She looked like
Is any woman?
when she
What overpowered?
she's that sort of person. If
What?
she uses the power, she needs that time to sort of recuperate a little bit.
Do you think?
So I don't think she's like sort of an endurance sort of built. But there again, it could be just the way the film does.
No, she seemed pretty powerful.
But how long
We'll talk about her again in the spoilers because we've got a few things to mention.
Yeah.
What else did we have? Quicksilver. You like him?
Yeah, he was alright, wasn't he? He wasn't too bad.
Quick.
Preferred him in X-Men, but
Yeah.
he wasn't
yeah, I
in
did.
long in the X-Men though.
No, again, he only had a short period. Again, he's very overpowered, isn't he? I think, like,
Yeah.
I know it's only speed and stuff, but if you can slow anyone down, like,
That's all he had was speed, wasn't it? That's all he had.
yeah,
It was
Really?
no, because you can run.
with his speed,
I
though,
think
he had the power as well. Because I mean, he was destroying them with one punch.
Yeah,
I think he gets tired though.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
There
that's
some
true.
parts he starts running out of breath.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
Lazy
only keep up that
bastard.
kind of speed for a certain length of time, and then you have to
Yeah,
recuperate.
maybe. Yeah.
Lazy bastard.
Yeah, he was a pretty good character.
We went to Quicksilver.
Yeah, he was alright, Nick.
Ultron. Good enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was alright.
The voice wasn't as sinister as it
No,
was on the
No,
original.
the trailer sounded so much cooler.
Do you know what though? I kept thinking. I know we're relating. I don't. See, I'm going to be careful here. His voice sounded like Tony Stark's.
It was James Spader who was doing it.
Yeah, but I saw it in a couple of parts of his speech, and now I know obviously he was talking because of certain aspects, but I felt in some way I heard Tony Stark in him, and it was sort of like slightly weird.
Well, he's controlling his, like, he's in Tony Stark's kind of robots and stuff, isn't he? And that's not a spoiler. That's in the trailers. You see that. You know he's kind of part of his stuff. So there's going to be a little bit of crumb across probably.
Do you think he was better than Loki? Of the first one?
Yeah. Loki always looked a bit weak, didn't he? Like, he wasn't...
Loki was a twat.
He was always a weaker version of Thor, wasn't he? He always has been. Like, I don't know.
He was the wannabe, wasn't he?
But then again, he was
He
working
could be
for a higher
compared
power
to
in that, wasn't he? He wasn't the main... But was he the main guy, bad guy? It was
He was,
the...
technically.
Yeah, he was more of a leader rather... I don't know.
Working for family, the blue people, whatever they were called. Smurfs.
Yeah. I thought he was a really good enemy.
Yeah.
There was a point when I was thinking, how would they ever stop him?
Yeah. Especially,
Which is, and I love that in films. So when you think, how are they gonna? And that's the whole point. It keeps you hooked, doesn't it? I thought, how the hell are they going to work this out? But obviously, they get round it.
I didn't
John
100%.
again.
I didn't 100% understand his motivation sometimes, where he suddenly got it from. They're trying to say it came from Tony Stark and all of his deep down beliefs.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I fully understood it, but
I sort of got the link. That's why I thought, for some strange reason, the way he was talking, that's why I kept relating back to Tony. Just the way his speech was coming out, and I thought, I couldn't help but think.
We'll delve into him a bit further then in a minute. That's right. Quickly go around before we get into the spoilers. What your score and opinion, John?
Oh, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Easy.
10 out of 10. Any film worth 10 out of 10? Is anything worth 10 out of 10?
Hard.
Oh, right, 9.5 then.
Look how easily swayed you. No, stick to what you thought.
Fifth Element.
No,
Fifth Element was a 10 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah, that's one of the best films ever. Sorry,
Good
I
film,
I
love
loved
it.
that film. I could
No.
watch that film again and again and again.
That's a good 8.
John, you can't.
Another person I'm upset. Get in. No, I would give it.
No one cares about your reviews now. Not after last time.
What else was there?
What brick mansions?
Big mansions. That was brilliant, Liam.
So now you've really damaged your credibility.
9 out of 10.
Right.
Which one?
9.5.
Sam?
Yeah, I'll go with 9.5.
You do anything
I
different?
can't think of any like real negatives that like would knock it down greatly. I think it's better than the last one, and the last one was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
9.
Mm-hmm. You similar to that, yeah, Bob?
Did we talk about Black Widow, by the way? You haven't got a tick
No,
next to her.
maybe not, did we?
Yeah, people like, no.
No, never mind. So 9.
Yeah, I'll give the first one. I thought it was a 9. I'll give that a 9.5. I thought it was just that little step up. I really enjoyed the first film. There's not many films I watched twice. You know, I don't watch many films, and that one, original Avengers, I must have watched about 3 times. So yeah, I give that one 9.5. I really enjoyed it.
How do you feel, then? Because this is like your second film.
Have you ever watched?
2 months. That's pretty like.
It's blown my mind. I might actually go and watch a few more.
Wow.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, we're making a movie lover here, look. We're creating our own Ultron.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I thought it was spot on. The humour was perfectly done. I thought it was just the right length as well. I there was not really any lully bits. I must admit, it kept it going all the way through. There was, do you know what I mean?
Well, 2 hours long, I think it was.
2.5, wasn't it?
2 hours. No, by the time you got the trailers and what have you, I think it started at 6, finished at 8.
Was it? So 2 hours, maybe.
Yeah, 2
right, yeah.
Or 6 to 8, yeah, 2 hours.
No, it was really, really good. 9 top. No, yeah.
We were talking about the length, weren't we? We were talking about how we noticed a few scenes seem quite sharply cut, and you mentioned there's going to be an extras. There's going to be some extras.
Yeah, they've already announced that the Blu-ray is going to have an alternative ending and extended cuts and stuff. So
I hope so. Yeah.
I'd imagine they probably cut out a
scenes
lot.
in there seem cut short.
Yeah. Come and touch on the end.
Yeah, maybe maybe it's a long film, so yeah, I understand why they've trimmed it a bit, but I think it could have been.
Hang on.
I would have been happy with it.
Are you going to do that spoiler alert then, or what?
Just
it looks
yeah,
like he's busted.
Diamond's ready to pop.
No,
Right,
it's not a bad spoiler.
hang on.
It's not bad.
Spoiler time then, yeah? So anything from here, if you haven't seen it, probably not worth it, unless you don't care.
Warning. Warning. Spoilers.
Right, you're free. Go.
I thought the end was a bit bland.
Which bit?
Practically the way they finished it off.
And that's why you're not giving it 9.5.
Yeah. Just,
I
feel a bit like a few films do that, and it's just the way they round up. It's just like, we're going to have separate results there. I know they're setting it up for the next film, so I just feel a bit deflated at the end.
I think they're moving really quickly at the end. They had to try and move the characters to where they're going to be for the next film.
Yeah,
And build the new Avengers.
Yeah.
And it sort of just that was the only part in the film I thought. That was it.
Also, I still don't. What happened to Ultron? Where's he gone?
Well, that's what they had to do in the first one, not to bring the second one into play. So you kind of maybe would have thought they would do the same again, wouldn't you? No.
What?
The ending.
Well, like,
oh my god!
What do you mean, like getting the characters where they should be?
I mean, like Simon says, they've gone the same in order to get number 2 in action. And obviously they've done the same again in order to get number 3 in action. So
it just feels. I know,
but would you not think that was going to happen, or
no? Well, yes, but it's just the way we've gone through the whole film, and it's been absolutely fantastic, action packed, perfectly natural, and it just like Tony Stark, like, see you later, have a good time, blah blah blah. It just, I don't know, it's never a happy ever after, is it?
Well, it kind of was. They've all gone off. Yeah. To do their own thing.
Well, I was going to say,
they decided on whatever he wants to do.
Hulk.
Yeah,
instead of being like,
he's
he just turns around and comes back and this love happens. He actually goes through with what he wanted to do all along and get away from people.
Right. I think he partly wants Black Widow with him, didn't he?
Yeah, but
and then
closes them on it, didn't he?
See, I thought it was not the love interest was between that. Is it the
Hawkeye and
Hawkeye and her? I didn't.
Was that a thing in the first one?
No, it was.
They were the closest, weren't they?
Close, they were friends.
And you can still see that in this. They're still good friends. She knows
But
about his wife.
His family, yeah.
But in the first one, it felt like there could have been an item.
Well, he did actually mention something about. She mentioned a country, And he said, you and I remember such and such a country in a very different light. So, I don't know. Maybe they did become, I don't know.
I quite like that. Like,
Quite
she's the one
personal.
who can calm him down and
Yeah.
get him out.
Oh, by
of
giving
the
him a high
whole
five, that's brilliant. What's all that about?
thing. I don't think I'd calm down if I saw her. Like,
Complete
opposite.
It was that calm down must be some kind of key word that they
Definitely
agreed on,
shade of
isn't it?
red.
Because she kept on saying the same thing to the Hulk, that same line to calm
Yeah,
him down.
sun's getting
Yeah,
low.
sun's getting low.
Yeah, I like
And
that.
Black Widow is one of the director's favourite characters, he said, so he's always going to give Black Widow a few touching scenes and character scenes. I like how they handle the Hulk though, because once again, he pretty much looks unstoppable, doesn't he? Once he gets going.
Oh, I wanted him to be a bit bigger. I wanted him to, in the Hulk fight, I wanted him to destroy Iron Man. He would. You can't stop the
Well,
Hulk.
no, but then
He
that
should
friendship,
be.
He was at some parts, and then he just kept rebuilding himself
Yeah.
until he tired him out.
Not that swing when he was punching him in the head.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
Gutsy,
That's what I mean about the,
Yeah.
that's what I mean about the humour though. It's
Yeah.
just daft little things like that. It's just brilliant, like.
And he gets that one punch through, and he realises it was the biggest mistake.
He spits his tube.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I mean,
Awesome.
slammed him right through a building as well at the end. That was brilliant.
The bit where he punches him as well reminded me of the first one where he punches Thor.
Oh yeah, the
yeah.
the cutaway.
Yeah.
I thought that was quite a quick cutaway because the fight hadn't ended really. I know he'd come out of his spell and he was starting to calm down. He'd realised what he'd done, the damage he'd caused. But then it was him back as a human in the plane. It was all over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
End of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that extra punch probably wouldn't have calmed him down. I don't know. Anyway, that ended quite quickly, but that was one of the best scenes.
It was just, like I said at the beginning, before I went to the spoilers, he was just used quite well. And he was just there in the background, always smashing things, destroying things. The massive Hulkbuster fight, so he got his own scene there. And the only thing that really stops him, isn't it? It's Scarlet Witch. So what they're going to use him for? I don't know if he's going to be in the Thanos movies in the future, but Thanos is meant to be massively powerful.
They've got issues with the Hulk, haven't they? License issues. That's why we haven't got a solo Hulk film. I think there's issues with where to go with that.
It's got to be in the
Oh, they've got a license. They were talking about a few weeks ago about, is it Planet Hulk or something?
I don't know if they can do that though. That's about Hulk.
Just the Hulk though, isn't it? There's no human element, so
no.
it'd be really.
Do you know the
difficult.
storyline for Planet Hulk?
Not really.
It goes to they ban him. Iron Man and all them. They ban him to
Leaves Earth,
Fantastic Four. They send him off because he's destroying it. They can't control him basically. So they send him off in a rocket to this other planet, and he goes into like an arena, starting fighting all the most powerful aliens in the universe, like a gladiator thing.
Yeah.
And he comes back to Earth really, really pissed, but even better than what he was when he went in terms of power. But
he's the Hulk the whole time, isn't he? So
yeah, but he gains intelligence and things like that. So he's not like the raging Hulk. He can talk and stuff. So I don't know how they're going to fit that into it.
Well, he can talk a little bit in this, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I think if they changed it too
That was
much,
more than that was the first Avengers, wasn't it? He didn't really do that.
if they changed it a bit too much, I think
That's what I mean.
it goes silly. I think.
I'd love the Hulk though. I think I'd love to see a solo film. Like they did it. I mean, you were saying, weren't you, like Sam, that the last Hulk, the Incredible Hulk, was tied to it because you still had what's his face.
Was it Tony Stark or Nick Fury came?
Nick Fury, innit? Yeah.
A little cameo role, yeah.
But it was a different character and it felt very separate.
Well, you've had 3 separate actors, don't know. You've had Eric Banner, you've had somebody Norton, Edward Norton, and then you've had this guy, what's his name? I can't remember now. What's his name?
Something Ruffalo.
Yeah, that's right, yeah, it is. Yeah,
then you've had this guy doing
Talk about the end feeling a bit flat, what I mentioned before. I wasn't too keen on the final scene between Scarlet Witch and Ultron. I don't know, Adam, it was a Scarlet Witch that sort of was the end scene, wasn't it? Yeah. Thought it'd be someone else. I know.
No, the last scene with Ultron was the Vision, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, these last.
And wherever he took him, I don't know what happened there. They're chatting away, and then all of a sudden, boom, pop.
Kills him, doesn't he?
Does he kill him?
Yeah, he's just controlling one of his little minion bots.
And the Vision's the one who wipes him off the internet as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yes.
when it does that. So.
Right. Okay.
That special metal he got as well. They made Vision out of it, didn't they? Like it was a cross between the metal and that Doctor's machine that made Vision.
Yeah.
Did he caught himself in it at the end or not? I didn't catch that
Bits of him,
because he was like picking loads of damage up at the end, and it's meant to be like indestructible, like Captain America's shield. So I wasn't sure if he got caught in it or not.
I don't know.
In the comic books, he was.
No, because didn't he use it just purely for the
That's what I
Vision?
mean. That's what I thought. Was that a
Because
twist?
he was trying to transfer himself, well, his core matrix or whatever it was, into the Vision.
So why was the Vision more powerful than him then? If he was made from him,
He's got
like
the stone.
He was
No,
meant to
but
be.
like-
He was
oh,
meant,
the-
but
yeah,
it,
the
yeah,
stone.
and he was meant to be Ultron's final version of his body, but they nicked it, didn't they? They stole it before he had a chance to download himself into it.
yeah, that was quite clever.
So, do we know much about the Vision then? Because Sam, you must know.
There's nothing on him.
Like, is he got any way forward, or like,
He's
is he?
He's in the new Avengers squad at the end, wasn't he?
He is an Avenger. He becomes an Avenger.
Because he seems to be the most kick-ass one.
I thought he was going to be.
You know, the god type.
Like,
god.
yeah, he's like, I think he's
AI
probably higher than
thing.
4. To be honest.
He can. If you saw, he was like putting his hand through objects. He can manipulate. He can actually put his hand into
Do
objects.
anything and everything.
Because when he hugged the one of the robots,
Aren't the
sort of
Avengers
they
becoming
cried.
just a little bit too powerful now? Like,
I don't-
do you know what I mean? They, like, like. Oh, we'll have to see what this
The work
Thanos
of the team.
dude can do.
Look at the team, yeah.
Someone's going to come along and blow shit up, aren't they?
The work as a team, but like that Vision, he could technically be more powerful than all of them.
What if like he loses his stone, Thanos takes his stone or something?
Yeah, he might
Because
become
that's why he
nothing,
was
right?
using them big laser beams as like the stone.
Yeah,
What happened to that dude's arm? You know, it was on the salvage boat.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be.
And he had all of his arm, didn't he? The Ultron, that guy's arm.
He
What did he
chopped
do? Because I didn't see
He
that part.
chopped it off.
Did he chop it off? 'Cause I thought he just snapped it off. Oh, well, same thing, really, I suppose. I just saw him, like, the next thing I saw him, he's got no left arm. I was like, well, what's happened to his arm? I don't know if I blinked with my eyes or sneezed or what, I don't know, but I just didn't quite
Yeah,
catch.
He
Must have done
says
his slice
something
it
and
off.
then Ultron gets angry and he just goes.
And he was like,
Does he?
"Oh, sorry, I didn't
Yeah.
mean to do that."
Yeah.
That'd be alright.
I like
It's just me.
the Ultron though. Yeah, it was had a bit of humour in there, didn't he? And he was
Yeah.
quite funny in
Some
times.
intelligence.
Yeah, he was, yeah. Especially when the Hulk comes back on the plane and he goes, oh, what's it for God's sake? He gets turned off.
The Hulk never stops.
That's what I mean. They used a lot of the characters really well. Like,
Yeah.
I would like to have seen a little bit more. I don't know if it's going to be in the extra scene, but I would like to see a little bit more. But the fight between Ultron and Thor, we didn't see much of it. We saw a few little punches, and then it cut away, and then it went back again.
Yeah.
There was a lot
We
of
didn't see
Thor
much of
and the
it.
Vision against Ultron, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Around that centrepiece, whatever it was called.
And I don't know what if the fans will be happy or not about Vision lifting Thor's hammer, because I don't think many people have lifted Thor's hammer.
Well, he's
before.
not a god, is he?
not.
I googled it before and
Is it because he had the the thing though?
Yeah, that's what they said. They said there's 3 reasons. Either it's because Odin seemed worthy enough of him picking it up.
That's why they trusted him, wasn't it, in the film?
Yeah.
Because when he managed to pick up the hammer, everyone thought, "Well, argument over."
Yeah.
The hammer up, he's worthy. That's fine.
Or
Someone
the
else
crystal broke his spell on it,
Yeah, maybe.
and there was another one which I forgot.
So you knew about that
No,
already?
I just googled it as we came in.
Oh right, I see.
Because I
Okay.
was wondering.
Captain
Yeah.
America nearly moved it because he's such an honourable
Yeah,
You should have seen
that
his
was
face,
cool,
God.
wasn't it? You see that in the trailer. I
Yeah.
remembered about that actually.
Yeah.
That was
I like that.
Yeah, it was funny.
It's a
Yeah.
lot of people thought Captain America was going to use his hammer at the end,
Yeah.
but it wasn't Captain America, it was Vision. So
The bit with what's he called, Quicksilver, when he's running and then he sees the hammer go past, he's like, "Oh, I'll have that." No, he won't.
That was good.
You might be fast, but you know that.
So many little bits like that right the way through just
Make
made
the
it.
film, yeah.
Didn't it,
Really make the film.
But especially when what's she called, Hulk's Mrs.
Black Widow.
Black Widow, when she was getting locked up by Ultron, and he was talking to her, and he was saying the best thing about this new material is you can make something better. And all of a sudden, he just destroys himself
Yeah, that was me.
with himself.
Yeah.
He was a
Whoa.
robot, wasn't he?
Yeah, it just goes bigger.
Yeah, and I thought, Jesus, that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Yeah. Right, we'll quickly blast through the characters again with this time with spoilers. Iron Man. Now, you were saying about how Ultron was a bit like Iron Man.
Yes.
Well, that was the point, wasn't it, I think? Because
Yeah.
Iron Man wanted to create, what's he called? Tony Stark wanted to make, will never stop.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And Ultron will never stop. And it was
Yeah.
kind of very
It was
similar
his tone of
personalities
voice as
together,
well.
wasn't it? Yeah, I know what you mean.
So when he was speaking, I could hear Tony.
But
Stark's
Tony
voice.
made what's the guy, the robot called, his helper is
Oh, Jarvis.
Jarvis, and part of Jarvis was still in Ultron, wasn't he, or something?
Yeah, I was just about to
Fully
mention that.
destroyed. He hadn't fully destroyed Jarvis. He was
No,
still.
Jarvis got into hiding and was blocking all
Yeah,
the
he was
nuclear
somehow
cores.
managed to.
In the background, he was trying to protect the nuclear cores.
So he was still active. Just
So,
the main bit had been blown up. I thought that was good.
It's quite clever because it had computer. That's why he wanted to get revenge against Ultron. Not revenge, but he wanted to go against Ultron because Jarvis was always like a.
What's happened to
good
Jarvis
computer
now
program.
then?
He's still there, isn't he?
I
But
think
it was
he
a girl talking at the end to him.
No, he
Well,
downloaded.
I think
He's
they've
running
done-
a vision.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they've done that because obviously they didn't want Jarvis to be talking to Tony Stark as well as then you're going to be hearing the Vision's
Irish
voice.
girl.
Yeah,
So I think they've
New
done that
program
so
is
you can
filmed in
separate the.
Right. Okay.
I think it could be completely different, but that's what I think.
I think what happened is because he was trying to create artificial intelligence using that stone when they had the scepter. So I think what happened was Jarvis downloaded into Vision, and then I don't know about the Thor bit of the electricity, how that came into it, but he downloaded into Vision, and then the combination between Jarvis and the Soul Gem created Vision. It's like a new life form. The Soul Gem gave Jarvis true artificial.
I think I'm gonna have to watch
consciousness.
through some of these again and just try and get my head around the whole stones and stuff.
Yeah, but
Yeah, because I didn't realise that it's actually that's it. That's the 4 stones within that universe.
yeah, there was 4
Because
stones.
at the
now.
end they said, "Oh, well, that's the last 4."
There's only
stone.
4.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So there's 2. You said there's 2 at Thor's
I think there's
Asgard.
I think there's 5 in the comics. I know again, if experts that are more on comics, I think there was 5. I'm sure there was 5 Infinity Stones in the comics, not just 4. So if there's one we haven't seen, or just because I've changed a few of the things already.
Yeah.
The two at Asgard could appear in Thor the next story.
Yeah, I think there will be
Could
because
in
if he's
Infinity
going to
War.
become stronger, that Thanos, he's going to have to get him, isn't he? Ready for the Avengers film,
Yeah.
which is part 1 and 2, isn't it? That one.
The fucking Loki's going to come back, isn't he? Let's look at the end of that one.
Yeah.
He was a good guy at the end of Thor. Dark World.
Kind of.
Was he though?
Yeah.
Can't all become good guys.
No, but he was never. I don't know. He felt
He's always
like
in it for himself.
He
though.
felt like an like a weird version of an anti-hero. Yeah, he was all in it for himself, but I don't know.
He's quite strange, Loki. He's a deeper character.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Thor films. I don't know why.
I like him.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm not. I don't
I
know.
like
Like I don't like the whole God thing.
I wasn't too bothered about the second one. The first one I thought was brilliant.
Oh no, I love the second one.
The thing is about the second one, I didn't understand the whole red gooey that killed everything.
That ether thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's meant to be one of the Infinity Stones, but it was in a different format. It was
Yeah.
just-
Well, that's it because in the end of the film, it showed that red mist turning into one of the stones.
Mm.
So that obviously played a
I
big
did
part.
prefer the second Thor over the first one. I think the first one lacked on action.
Yeah.
It had the
I
one
dunno,
scene
I'm
with
not
the
a big fan
frost
of it.
giants at the start, and then the other bits.
So where's the other 2 stones then? There's one now stuck in the Vision's head.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy. They can't pull that into it as well, can they?
There's so many links.
Because
Thanos
it's kind of its own
Wouldn't
little
surprise me.
film. I don't. But with Thanos in it.
and the
so-
Collector. The Collector could
the
be in
Collector.
there.
So was the cube one from the
Tesseract,
first?
yeah.
Is that this stone that's in Jarvis's head?
No, that's the one that was in Loki's Scyther that they got at the start.
Where's that from? Yeah, see, that's it.
I don't think. Yeah. The Vision one was in the scepter. It was covered in the scepter. That's what they got it out with the scepter. And I think that's something completely.
I'd like John to
That's like a little
explain.
surprise. I think they want to try and surprise people that are watching read all the comics as well.
Because the way I thought I was watching the film, that was supposed to be like a computer.
So we'll have John. John, please explain what's happening.
I haven't got a bloody clue. He's lost me at 4 stones. I haven't got a clue.
Do you not know about the stones?
No, I haven't got a clue about
You
the
haven't
stones.
watched the Captain America,
No.
have you?
Have you not?
No.
I need to watch it.
They're all linked. You need to watch them.
I think I have.
Because you know what is it? The thing they take back, which starts it all. You know the thing they capture from the base, and Stark uses that.
Yeah.
That is in Captain America, isn't it? In the first one,
Yeah.
the Nazis have it.
Tesseract, yeah.
Yeah, the
Tesseract.
cube.
Right,
Nazis
so what
have
am I going
it
to
in
watch here? I've got to watch Captain America 1 and
1
2.
and 2, yeah.
And then I've got to watch what?
Have you seen
The
the
Thors, yes, I've seen the Thors.
Oh, you've seen them.
Probably seen the Iron Man.
Guardians of the Galaxy, I've got to watch
Yeah.
that
Have
as
you
well.
not seen that?
It's good.
Fuck me.
What?
It's really good.
Holy
You're
should not
sat
use
watching some of these films you review, and you haven't watched some of the biggest ones of the last few years.
Great.
I can't wait for Game of Thrones.
You've got a lot of watching, haven't you?
Yeah.
Take a few weeks off, I think.
Actually, who gave that scepter to Loki? It was Thanos, wasn't it? Wouldn't he get given it by Thanos in the first Avengers? How would he get the scepter with the Infinity Stone in it?
He shows up with it, doesn't
Yeah, I think he got given it, didn't
he?
he?
And he
He got given
brainwashes people with it.
Well, I thought, wasn't that a shard? Wasn't it a shard of?
It is a shard thing, isn't it?
It's in the staff
Wasn't it a
has the
part
shard
of
in
it?
it. Yeah, it's in the staff. And then
So how did they bad guys have it at the beginning of this film? How do they have it?
No, I mean, I think Thanos, when he in the first Avengers, gave that scepter to Loki to go and attack Earth with.
Yeah, because at the end of the first Avengers, the professor guy who was his man.
Yeah.
He wasn't actually Loki at the end, and he took the case, which had.
Yeah, I think.
There'll be Marvel fans listening, probably smacking their heads.
I know, I'm going, you fucking idiot!
I didn't know, obvious. No idea.
Yeah.
Please
feel free
I don't know
to.
where he got that scepter from. Look, he just turns up with it in the first Avengers, but I don't know where he got it from.
Well, at the end, in the end credit scene, he says, "Well, I'll do it myself," which suggests that
he's now going to be in the next Avengers.
Yeah, and that he was all like
that'll be the big.
He was controlling it all because
he was sending them in to do it, wasn't he?
Yeah. Which isn't directly questioned, but it's him saying, "I'll do it myself."
Yeah.
So, suggests that he was all. Like,
why is he so powerful? What can he do?
He's got the glove.
And what does the glove do? Without
lots of stuff.
The jewels.
So who saw him last time? Because he was in the end of the film of one of the Marvel films in the last one.
It was the end of Avengers. It was the end of Avengers. The first one.
So who went to go and see him? Was it Loki?
No, he's with the aliens.
He's in Guardians of the Galaxy. He has a scene in the middle.
Yeah, in Guardians of the Galaxy, he's like he's like the leader of the bad guys. But he's only in it a bit, isn't he? He's like kind of their boss. You see him a few times, though, more so than you've ever seen in Avengers and stuff.
So really, Ultron is a bit of a puppet.
Yeah, he is. He's still on strings.
Still on strings.
Probably.
I will watch this Guardians of the Galaxy. I've got it on a set now.
But it's weird, though, because it does feel like a separate film, though. The characters, there's no other links.
It's a different universe, though, because he gets taken from Earth.
Yeah,
none of the rest of the films on Earth.
Yeah, true.
Is it?
Yeah, you're right.
So are we setting ourselves up to be watching like fucked up films in the future? Are we going to stay on the same path?
Well, probably drag it out.
Barring me, I'm not going to watch these fucked up films, aren't I?
I think we're going to see shards in Ted 2. We're going to see shards in James Bond. He's actually an alien from Thanos's
Batman versus Superman, that's definitely going on.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Superman's another Thor, isn't he? He's Thor's cousin.
Yeah.
It's the word. Everything's going to be a Marvel film. What about the biggest spoiler? With Quicksilver, he dies. I thought that was a bit of a cheap death because he's only just come into it, and it was like there's no real emotion attached because he's just.
He didn't exactly have any connection to
no one really
like
cares.
The team. Yeah, he's been shot. Thank God to save my life.
Never mind.
You
know what I mean?
Yeah, it was a bit flat, wasn't it?
Like if they'd killed off Hawkeye, which they nearly did.
In the first scenes when he got shot.
Well, even at the end there, he got shot as well, didn't he? And it was like, yeah, kill him off because he must have done everything now. Like, there's not much else he can do.
After introducing his family, though.
He must run out. How many arrows does he carry as well?
He never runs out of them.
If he runs out of arrows, he'd be buggered, wouldn't he? He'd be useless.
When they got ready for that big fight scene, and they were like, let's load up, we've got 30 minutes, and they were like, bang, 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 and they were fighting in the city that was obviously getting destroyed. Yeah. There was a scene where his arrows were full. He actually didn't deplete any. And I thought, they're fucked up there.
And they're just reloading.
He runs out in the first one, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Well, because he got an arrow on it.
I tell you what, Robin Hood must be right mighty pissed off.
Maybe it is. Maybe he's Robin Hood. We're going to get an origin story for Hawkeye.
Yeah.
And he steals from the rich and gives to the poor.
Maybe.
Ah, clever Marvel.
Like on the film though, he made fun of himself as well. He said, "Look, none of this makes sense. I'm a guy in the city shooting arrows."
Robots.
Yeah.
Fighting robots on a floating city, and I'm a guy with a bow and arrow.
It's true. There's so many points in that film you just think, let's just take a step back and think what's actually happening here. This is ridiculous.
I love that point where everyone was like rushing towards the where the machine was, and like they all flew there except him and.
he's like running.
He's like, he's like, right, see you later, old man. He's like, oh, bastard. No one will know.
I can't let him off of destroying the Bourne films, and so every time I look at him, it just reminds me of that, and I hate him.
See, I enjoyed that.
No, shut up.
I don't really like.
What?
What?
Can
Can I just point out? Sam just said he didn't really like the Bourne
The
films.
Bourne films?
Well, I've seen
the
one of them.
first
and
three?
I didn't watch it.
Which one? Which one? Was it with him in it?
I can't.
Can you go sit next to John?
Jason
Was it
Bourne,
Matt Damon or
the
was it?
best ever
Matt Damon.
films made.
They are
Brilliant
brilliant.
fight scenes, aren't there? And action scenes.
Yeah, they are.
Get Liam in it. Oh, I'm not going to go there. To be honest.
Oh, here we go. Fucking Liam Neeson.
Neeson.
Right. I'm going that way, are we?
We'll be here for another hour.
The Hulk though, I don't think anything beats that scene from the first Avengers still, with when he grabs what's his gob and slams him against the wall.
Puny God.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing beats that yet. He didn't. I wanted him to be better. I like the Hulk.
I'm not a big fan of the Hulk.
What? Why?
I don't know.
I'm not as like. I don't think I'm as big a fan as what you are.
I prefer a character who can, like, go into a fight and just be a fight. He's
That's why I like him.
Wild.
It's pure rage.
Well, that's why they have to use him carefully, because he's so overpowered character compared to a lot of them. He's like up there with Thor, but he's even stronger than Thor at times.
Scene with Iron Man though, where he goes through that entire building and he still just climbs out and he's still going, and it's like nothing can stop him.
No, nothing can. Once he turns green, that's it.
That'll be a good fight. When it's Thanos.
Yeah.
What's the big dude? Is it Thanos? It was the big guy at the end, like right at the end of the credits. Is it? Yeah, the one who was on the green. Yeah, the big green dude. Him fighting the Hulk, that would be interesting. Would he destroy
If he
the
had the
Hulk?
gauntlet, he would destroy it.
Would he?
I think so.
Yeah, well, yeah, the gauntlet, them gems are meant to be from the creation of the universe, from like the Celestials or something when they first
I don't know
created
what
the
he
universe.
can do without them though. That's what he's after, isn't he? All the gems.
Yeah, because once he's got them, he can do anything.
What can he do now
He's
without them?
omnipotent. He literally can recreate the universe.
He's got an army though right now.
Become the actual god
That
of the
glove does
universe.
nothing by itself. With the gems in it, then
He's got an army though.
he's got infinite power. That's why.
In Guardians of the Galaxy, he's got the bad guys in it are his men, aren't they?
Oh, there. Right,
I think so.
So, who would you say is your favourite actor? Or sorry, your favourite character within Avengers? Who would you say would be? Obviously, you've got Hulk, haven't you?
Well, that's quite a tough one. Well done, John.
Mine is Thor.
I like Thor.
If Graham was here, because of the muscles.
Yeah,
it's not because of the muscles.
definitely because of the muscles. Graham's right.
Yeah.
I agree with Graham. He's not even here, and he hasn't even said that. I agree with him.
But we know for a fact he's going to think that, so now, yes,
Yeah.
he's right. He's right.
And the fact that you're the one who brought it up, definitely, it must be.
Because I know what he's like.
It was on your mind.
Gong. Anyway. So, I don't know, I just like the character. I just like
He can't die though, can he?
Thor. No, he's a god, isn't he?
I think he can.
I don't know, like, there's been some parts where he's
He
like...
keeps flying off and stuff in this film. though. He felt a little bit
It's 'cause
separate.
it's
I know we
'cause
said
of
it before,
that.
but he's just flying off.
Because of that Scarlet Witch thing.
Yeah,
that
he needs to go and...
her taking control of their minds pretty much set the film. It made Tony want to make the Vision, want to put the thing in the Vision to stop the thing.
Yeah.
It wanted Thor to run off back to see what was going on, because apparently he saw all the things.
Yeah, Captain America having flashbacks from the first one. I'd watch them, like, if I was gonna. I would sit and watch the Captain American. I wasn't interested in that, and it took me years to watch that
thought the
first
second
one.
one
I think I watched it with you, Sam, didn't I, the first time?
Oh,
Never watched
America.
it. Yeah, I'd never watched it, didn't want to. And then
The second
I sat
Captain
down
America
and
is
why
better than
not?
the first one.
So,
I
come on,
thought-
we got me and Sam and Thor. What have you got?
I love the Hulk character, I really do. But Iron Man's brilliant as well. I love Tony Stark and Robert Downey Jr.
Mine would be now.
He's so much. He's such a character, isn't he? Like,
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Yeah, because Iron Man, in terms of his screen presence and the things he says, and he's a very entertaining character.
the first Iron Man film's amazing as well, but it lost its way a little bit. Iron Man 2 and 3 were pretty bad.
Iron Man 2 was crap.
It was terrible.
Was that the one with Mickey O'Rourke
Yeah,
as the bad guy?
I think so. At the end, and they're in that building.
Absolute
I
garbage.
didn't mind them all.
First one brilliant. Third
like all
one,
your
third
films
one was
are
great.
as
I know. I
The
watched
second one was terrible.
Is there any films you don't like? No.
Probably not. No. I only get the films that I
Watch Brick Mansions, you'll love it.
I'm going to have to try now. I'm going to have, because I'm sick of it.
Yeah, please do that. You watch it and let's see what your review is.
Yeah, see what you're
That'll be
reading is.
interesting.
Because I think the end of the picture, because it's got Paul Walker in it.
Paul Walker. Oh my God, Paul Walker. Anyway,
What was that?
His
I don't
eyes
know.
fluttered.
That was very homosexual. That
wasn't it just as a kiss? Anyway,
Whoa.
no, to be honest, I thought
you'd
Stan
never
Wright.
asked, John.
It's not happening.
You two are sharing the double bed or not?
I think we are as well, aren't we? No, was I sharing with?
I don't think we.
We haven't decided that, have we?
Oh,
How many
God.
beds are there going to be there?
Oh,
Well, I'm hoping to say 5.
Yeah, there's probably going to be.
No, there isn't.
What?
There's going to be 4 beds and one sofa
There's
bed.
a double
probably.
bed, and then there's
I thought there'd be 4 beds,
3
single beds, and a
single
sofa bed. I would have thought, but I'm just guessing.
2 single beds, a sofa, and a double or something.
I
I
can't
don't
see
know.
the fucking sofa.
No,
I don't know. Graham organised it. Ask him. I'm sure there's an issue with bedding, but that's fine. We'll worry about that on holiday. I'll sleep on the floor. I'm not going to care. I'll sleep in the pool.
Bottom.
I do care. I'm
I'll
sleeping
sleep
on
on
a
a pile of
mattress.
empty cans.
I'm sleeping
Beautiful women.
on a mattress. Simple as that. Anyway, carry on. So, who was your favourite one, Dean?
Iron Man.
Similar to Rick. Iron Man in terms of the character, but Hulk just because you just want him to get into fights all the time and see what happens.
He brings out the best action scene like that. Right, let's go around best scene. I'm going to start it off with the Hulk versus Iron Man because that
Right.
fight bit was so good.
Best scene.
That's a difficult one, that one.
That bit where Iron Man drops the cage around
Yeah,
Hulk
that was
and he
pretty-
buries himself out. It's like, that's so good. He's obviously planned ahead though, which I
Yeah.
thought they were going to. I thought afterwards that was going to be a kind of thing between Tony Stark and him because
Well, they portrayed that in the trailer, didn't they?
Yeah, because he must have thought you had all that set up in case. Do you know what I mean? You dropped a cage on me. That cage was built for me.
Yeah.
You have a Hulkbuster that was designed for me. So he's never fully trusted him, which I guess he probably understands. He doesn't trust himself, does he? So why
should anyone else?
Yeah, that's true. So maybe that's why they didn't argue. But I thought that might have been a bit afterwards with it.
I would say the opening scene, to be honest, it was basic action from the start, especially when Hawkeye got shot, and you had Black Widow come over and say, "Are you all right, and what have you? Or can somebody deal with that bloody bunker behind me?" And then Hulk decides to just smash through it.
That was amazing. Cheers.
Thank you very much.
That's why the Hulk's the best one. Case closed. Surely.
But
it's just them scenes. It's just like yes.
That was a good scene. That was a
Maybe
fun scene.
I think we should have for our next podcast
We've done a superhero one, haven't we?
the Marvel characters because we've quite
Well,
debated
no,
on
and you know who won that one?
Yeah,
What?
Hulk.
The Hulk won.
Yeah.
Monkey did well as well.
Won. Monkey did get to the semi-final.
I know we've done it right. Let's do Marvel stuff.
I have interest. Who would have won for you, Sam?
So, I think in a fight terms,
Yeah, well,
That
yeah.
was the only
No,
one
we
who
were
stood.
trying to do it as a fight term, but also as a character and backstory. It was a bit of confusion
Well,
on that
my
one, wasn't it?
favourites, though.
We didn't know what to do.
Well, bearing in mind, I mean, now Captain America could nearly maybe just move his hammer, so maybe Captain America could be involved as well in one of the
I think-
top dogs.
He couldn't move it.
Well, I tell you
would
what,
be
he
more of a-
took the bloody shine off Thor's face when he was sat down watching them.
That was a good scene.
that's a good scene.
That was a
One
good
of the
scene.
best
Yeah. They actually played that in a trailer, didn't they? They had a
Yeah,
clip
yeah.
of that, which was a bit. I don't know. I don't like when they do that. I try and avoid them all. Me. I don't like watching the clips. It takes it away from because they tend to pick the good bits.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how do you?
There's a lot of bits that were in this, but were in the thing.
Look at the clips though. I mean, the Hulkbuster fight was they wanted to get that out there to get as many people in the cinema as possible because it was one of the coolest scenes. The Hulkbuster fight.
Cinema, that's possible. Cinema. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then the other one.
What the fuck?
You completely thrown me there, John.
Oh,
I can't know what I was going to say.
Oh, John.
Well done, John.
Sean Bean dies.
He dies. Revenge. Revenge. He always dies.
That's his thing.
I
All
like.
right, Sam, don't jump on the
Well, that was
bandwagon.
it, yeah. What I was about to say was, touching what I said before, they tried to put a few twists in there to throw some of the people that have read the comic books out because most people thought with Vision knowing his powers, what they're like in the comics, he can put his hand through objects. Everyone thought that Ultron was going to be covered in that metal that was indestructible, and he was going to have to put his hand into Ultron and like rip something out or do something. They had Scarlet Witch ripping it out at the end. So I think they changed little things in it.
You didn't like
just
that
to
bit, did
throw.
you?
Well, no, I just thought that they changed things just because they knew that if they left certain things in, comic book people would have guessed it. So
Yeah,
they had
maybe.
to change stuff up a little bit.
What was your favourite film? Scene? Let me just get that from you. Right.
I mentioned it there.
The opening scene, yeah. Sam?
Yeah.
I did like the boat scene, but I think the Hulk was the bit.
Boat scene?
Where they're all fighting on the boat.
Oh, yeah.
Where the hammer, he throws the hammer and Quicksilver goes, ooh. Big
Oh, yeah.
That was funny.
Oh, I forgot it was about.
That's
Yeah,
probably
that's
the-
right.
The poor guy's hand.
It was on the Churchill ship or something.
Do you know what I
wasn't
mean?
it?
Yeah.
He'll never be able to wear a wedding ring again. You know what I mean? Poor bastard.
I don't think he's getting married anytime soon.
For me, it was the where the Vision came into it.
Yeah.
It was
Forgot
the
the
fight
I
scene.
Where
forgot
they decide to
I
be bad.
completely forgot about him.
The fight scene between the
I
Avengers.
completely
know,
forgot, and then I
yeah.
saw him. I was like, oh,
And
yeah,
then-
I forgot about him.
And then Thor comes along, brings him up, and it looks like it's just going to be fucking
Oh, yeah,
carnage.
yeah.
And he just stops at the window, and I thought that's fucking mint that.
You know,
It's
that's-
like, that's there, and Thor's telling everyone to stop.
He's looking at life, isn't he? And he's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
And that there, it was just like, he's the fucking badass. You know what I mean? I really like that. part.
Yeah, he's going to establish authority, isn't he?
Yeah, straight away, just straight
Everyone
out the
went,
box.
Dean, favourite scene?
Oh, I was touching on before, yeah. It was.
Dean's favourite scene. That could be your own little corner, couldn't it? Like
It could.
every episode.
It could.
Dean's favourite scene.
He has to watch films though.
Oh yeah. Oh, scrap that then.
I do watch films, just not many. Yeah. Well, you've already mentioned a lot of the good scenes there, so it was just a Hulkbuster one for me. I thought it was brilliant.
Yes, it was.
I really enjoyed that, especially the little fist that was going backwards and forwards. Please go to
It
sleep.
had a bit of humour. It had everything. It was.
It had a really lot of comedy factor along with the action,
Yeah.
which was really good. It was good.
I thought it was a nice little touch. Don't remember the original Incredible Hulk, the series Incredible Hulk with the green paint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a scene where they
With
trap him in
shorts.
like a big cannonball thing,
Yeah.
and he's like trying to punch his
Yeah.
way out. It's
Yeah.
just like stuff like Stark does. He has that in space. It comes down, it traps him in,
Yeah.
but it doesn't trap him very long, does it? He's straight back
Just
out.
digs
Out.
out.
Yeah.
You can't actually break it, can he? Yeah, you just dig it
But
out.
Tony, touching on that, Tony obviously knew that the Hulk can destroy the Hulkbuster, having so many replaceable
Yeah,
parts
that's
flying
true.
to him.
Yeah.
That's
You
true.
know, he's got like a spare garage
I
flying
want
in
to
the
see.
sky.
Yeah, I want to see him use that in a fight against. Not like, why is he not in that all the time? That'd be
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, he should be in that against Ultron, shouldn't he?
Yeah, he might bring that out. That'd be a nice little bit, wouldn't it? Yeah, it did a lot of that in the film, like bringing in little
Did
bits.
I miss something out of the last Iron Man with Tony Stark's power thing? Did he get all that removed?
Oh, the
No,
third one,
that's
yes,
still
he
in
did.
his.
I thought he
Because-
took it out, didn't he?
I don't know, because I noticed in the Avengers there was no reference to
Yeah, okay,
anything
I
that.
think I
There was no
removed.
light. There was no. I can't remember. I'm gonna have to watch it again.
Yeah, I
Did
can't
you-
remember. There was
you see
something.
him
There
on
was some
operating
technology. Some
table?
guy helped him with or something.
He goes on an operating table. You see him on an operating table getting it sorted.
Really?
Yeah, but I think that because he does shoot some sort of beam of light from his chest into that what do you
Yeah,
call it,
when
doesn't he?
he's in his arms.
I just think that's a weapon. I just think that's just an extra weapon.
Because yeah, but in the event, obviously in the Avengers, it's gone. It's not there. Is it?
It's like his power source, his reactor that he invented or something. But yeah, it was in his chest to keep him alive, and then I think he got it removed in one of the last Iron Man films, and then it's just built into his suits.
He
now.
likes
It's
to
not actually-
upgrade, doesn't he, Tony? So
He does, like
fucking
Tinker.
money in the
He
bastard
didn't. He never
world.
fixed that tractor though, did he?
No.
Yeah, I forgot about the
Oh, no, the
The
tractor
John
was a
Deere.
decoy, wasn't it? The tractor was a decoy.
I don't care.
The
It
tractor
might
was a
have been
decoy to
broken.
meet Fury.
Might not have been. Might have been. She
The
might have
John
wanted
Deere.
it fixed. He might have just been sat in there
Well, perhaps.
having a fag or something. Coincidence that he was. Oh, hello. No.
No.
Okay. So, right. Final thoughts.
Brilliant. I would go and see again. I would definitely go and see again.
I'd
I would say
Yeah, I'd say that straight after.
I would say the Avengers film, the first one, big hit. This is an even bigger hit.
Yeah.
This could potentially be the biggest film ever made. This will beat Titanic and stuff, I reckon.
Titanic.
Titanic's the biggest grossing film, I think. At the
Was
moment.
it?
Yeah,
I'm
a few
surprised.
billion odd. I think this will beat it. I think it still is.
What did
Yeah,
Fast
I
and
think-
Furious 7 bring in? Do you
That's
know?
brought in over $1 billion, but it's not going to be the biggest film.
That's like that goes touching on franchises. And
Very few films hit $1 billion, so that's done
The
pretty
biggest
well.
franchise is Harry Potter, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm talking about the individual films.
But yeah, no. First big hit. Second one even bigger.
Sam?
Yeah, it's the same. It was better than the first.
Mm-hmm.
and everywhere.
Yeah.
Fantastic, absolutely brilliant. Well worth the watch. Comedy, action, slightly a little bit of love story, very little.
Yeah,
Very-
we don't want any of
We
that
don't want
nonsense
that.
anyway. So.
But I tell you what, it's got something for everyone.
I agree. Very, very well done. Balanced all the characters quite well. Best that they could, really. I think we've got to fit it all into a 2-hour film. But a little bit annoying that we just haven't got the full story. You just want the next films to come along one after the other, and we have to wait years.
Well,
to
that's
get the full
good. It's
story.
leaving you wanting more, isn't it? That's what it
Yeah.
is.
They'll keep pushing it along because as soon as they have the big one, if with Thanos or something, what they're
There's
gonna
the
do
part
after
1 and
that,
part
it's
2,
just
isn't
gonna-
there, coming out? You've got the Captain America next. Was it Civil War or something?
Civil.
And then what is it? Infinity War or something? Part 1 and 2. Is that what it's
Yeah.
called?
I just said it's gone in parts.
Yeah, Avengers Part 1 and 2.
That's what I
One
mean.
and then
I
the next
hate
year.
that.
I'm not getting any younger by the time all this
Oh
full
my
story's
God.
out.
How
Up to
many-
2020, I think.
How many? Oh, is that how much they've signed up for?
Possibly more than that. But yeah,
I'm not going to get any younger, are they?
I've lost my little. I had a little
Oh, Botox,
schedule,
no.
and it was. I'll post it up. I'll find it. The full Marvel schedule. They've got it all, which is working well for them though, because they can make sure that they've got all the same actors are all signed up, and not having to like, oh, I need to find someone for him now, or
Yeah.
have to avoid that character now because they can't do it. And it's. I like what they're doing.
I'm not being funny though. The guy who plays the Hulk in a few years' time, he's going to look a slightly little bit older.
Yeah,
a hell of a lot.
You've got you.
So same as Tony Stark.
Well, he does get older.
Yeah.
I mean, that character does, so it's fine.
Hollywood can do anything. I mean, they can edit computer-wise. They can do.
Can
makeup.
they?
Of course, they can do everything. Oh, do you not know this? Do you not know this, Richard?
Are you saying there was special effects in that?
Oh my god! Oh my god, Richard, you were mind blown.
What's the special
Oh! Anyway,
The thing is, though, look, touching on Terminator. The new
They weren't
one,
really
look
flying.
at Fucking Arnie. He's slightly
Yeah, he's still going.
He's still
yeah, I bet they had to do a lot of editing and a lot of
bet they
special
did.
effects
I
on
bet
that
they
bad boy. I'm telling you, Mickey.
on the trailer. I don't think they've done that much.
Fuck off, Simon. I'm
It's
trying
great.
He fights his younger self. That's all CGI. So
Well, you can see that though.
yeah, probably. Right? Yeah, it was. I
Yes.
very much liked it. And if you put together all the characters, take their first letters of their name, it spells out Iserberhast.
There's got to be an Easter egg in there.
That's a little film
Some
fact
kind of
for you
secret
there.
message there, I'm sure.
As long as you've got them in the list order that I have: Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, Hulk, Black Widow, Hawkeye. That spells out that.
What was it?
Iserberhast.
Well,
Did you get the cue? Did you hear the cue in that?
Yeah, you put in the spoiler.
who's the
Oh
spoiler?
yeah, he's not a character, is he? That's just.
So-
Gotta get-
Do you know what, right? I really couldn't give a fuck.
Yeah, all right. Well, on that note, right. Thanks for listening. Watch it. It's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we've done 10 minutes of a review and about an hour's worth of spoilers.
Yeah, brilliant. Just the way I wanted it.
There we go.
See you in episode
13. I'm looking for some, maybe.
Boom.
For you, John.
Bye.
See you there.
See ya.
Bye.